Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Hossein Hosseini no Irana o Persia, akutipuna. Kei tēnō au tamaki makoro o Aotearoa, no reira tēnā koutou, ngami nuhi kia koutou katoa. Thank you. So I'm a kaiako matua, or a campus manager at Dynaspeak, the New Zealand campus. And while I'm new to the whānau, which means I started on the 15th of July, but I'm not new to the ESOL world. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and today I'm going to discuss how Te Wānanga Aotearoa's mission, vision, and values intersect with teaching English to speakers of other languages. So I'm going to start with a poem by a very Persian poet of the 13th century, and that's called Sadi, okay? I'm going to read it in Persian or in Farsi, and then I'm going to recite it in English. So it's called Human Beings, Bani Adam. Bani Adam اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش ز یک گوهرند، چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار، دگر عضوها را نماند قرار. تو که از مهنت دیگران بیغمی، نشاید که نامت نهند آدمی. Human beings are members of a whole in creation of one essence and soul. If one member is afflicted with pain, other members uneasy will remain. If you have no sympathy for human pain, the name of human you cannot or you shall not retain. Okay, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, about who I am, what I'm doing, what I have learned in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the challenges or culturally, politically informed binaries that I have experienced in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Then I'm going to move to what I understand from the mahi that Dynaspeak does with Te Wānanga Aotearoa, and some of the questions that I've been interested in to explore. And also, I'm going to talk about the unique collaboration and the potential that exists between Dynaspeak and Te Wānanga Aotearoa, and the challenges that we experience in delivering ESOL programs, some of which Lily mentioned, and how we can honor Te Wānanga's mission, and also make some recommendations, pathways to strengthen bicultural practice, and also make some conclusions to see how we can honor Te Wānanga Aotearoa's kaupapa. Okay? And at the end of it, what I'm going to conclude is that we need mana warangaho to include Dynaspeak as well within these communities of practice, because that's something that is missing. And I know it's being recorded, so hopefully someone will listen to it and they will take some actions. And I'm sure they will, because this is a new strategy and there are a lot of potentials for that. Okay, so before I begin, let me share a little bit about myself to provide context for my perspectives. I'm originally from Iran or Persia, as Peter said, an ancient civilization in Mesopotamia. And Mesopotamian civilization, I would suggest that if you don't know about it, just do a little bit of Google search to understand, more about the contributions of Mesopotamian civilization and Persia to human civilization. For example, Cyrus Cylinder was created in 539 BC, is regarded as the first charter of human rights, which is a testament to Persia's emphasis on justice and peace. During the Islamic Golden Age, which was the 8th century, Persians and Arabs advanced philosophy, medicine, astronomy, mathematics, establishing learning centers like Baghdad, which is in Iraq, Beit al-Hakim, Hikmah, or House of Wisdom. And such achievements influenced my deep appreciation for culture, heritage, diversity, and education. So that's where I come from and how I position myself for this talk. So I'm going to talk about my learnings as a result of my PhD or doctoral thesis in New Zealand. So I've been living in New Zealand for over a decade, and I have engaged both personally and professionally and academically in the Motu. And my doctoral research at the University of Waikato included a an examination of the postcolonial theoretical concepts of ambivalence, uncertainty, and cultural hybridity to understand the socio-academic challenges that a cohort of Iranian doctoral students experienced in New Zealand. So that was a study of a cohort of non-Westerners experiencing Western knowledge, okay? So that's what I explored. And so I'm interested in postcolonial theory, exploring culturally and politically inspired binaries and issues around power, knowledge, history, culture, and language. And in my professional journey, I've been privileged to contribute to education of international Tawira while also mediating language and cross-cultural challenges. Working at Te Wānanga Aotearoa, I strive to embody its values of Te Aroha, Te Whakapono, Ngature, and Ko Taitanga. That's what we all do, of course, or we try to do. And these principles are expected to guide our interactions and the design and delivery of our programs, okay? So, I'm interested in exploring intersections of Māori as tangata whenua and Pākehā as dominant European discourse, and in navigating discourses of multiculturalism, biculturalism, and interculturality. My experiences shaped my understanding of New Zealand's decolonial discourses and the internationalization of higher education amidst neoliberal policies, some of which also Lily mentioned, so thank you for that. You made it easier for me now. And you can see here that some of the issues that I experienced in New Zealand, or I understand, are around the binaries. For example, the binary of Mātauranga Māori and science, right? So we need to have answers to understand these binaries, one of which is from Western civilization, the other one is from traditional Māori indigenous knowledge perspectives. And many others. I'm not going to talk into details about all of these, and I'm sorry if some of my slides are very dense in terms of content, so please bear with me. And so, Te Wānanga's mission, vision, and values. So Te Wānanga was established to empower Māori through indigenous knowledge systems, or Mātauranga Māori. Its mission extends beyond academic achievement to fostering cultural integrity, inclusivity, and societal transformation. As Kayako at Dynaspeak, we are entrusted with embedding these values into our teaching, even when working predominantly with non-Māori Tawira, and we are mostly non-Māori Kaimahi, okay? And I'm going to make a case about that. These are the questions that I have been interested right from day one to understand by working at Te Wānanga Aotearoa, which is like home for me now, okay? So this is a little bit, we've got a little bit of background about Dynaspeak, as much as I understand it now. So Dynaspeak now under Te Wānanga Aotearoa, it's been part of Te Wānanga since 2011, provides unique environment where diverse learners study English at a Māori institution. This setup is deeply symbolic or ironic, I can say. It situates English, a colonial legacy, within a framework that prioritizes Māori knowledge and perspectives. There is a clash here, or there is a binary or dichotomy, if you like, okay? And it's inherent in it. We can't do anything about it, but maybe we can do something to kind of resolve some of these probably clashes or binaries. Our curriculum follows the NZCEL framework that Lily presented to you, which is a robust linguistic pedagogy, but largely silent on incorporating Te Wānanga Aotearoa and mission, vision, and values, and Tau Māori. There is nothing in that guiding document, as Lily mentioned, that covers anything Māori related. I couldn't find anything, and I think Lily couldn't find anything either. So something is missing. It's good that we're now being part of NZCEL, which is great, and we've got a representation at that board, and Lily is representing us, but we're new there, so maybe something needs to happen before that, and then I'm making a case for all of that, basically, here. So our curriculum focus, NZCEL. So this disconnect raises important questions about how we, as Kaimahi, honor Te Wānanga Aotearoa's kaupapa in our ESOL teaching, okay? Now, some of the challenges. So, I asked one of our newly employed teachers, Susan, so I give credit to her, to go through all our resources at Te Pātaka and also look at our materials and what we use at Dynaspeak to understand how much of Te Ao Māori we incorporate into our courses. So, level 1 focuses superficially on Māori names and locations without deeper cultural engagement. Level 2 and 3 introduces more significant topics such as marae, customs, and Apiranangata's life, yet these remain underexplored. Higher levels lack consistent inclusion of Māori cultural narratives with few opportunities for interactive or reflective learning. Additionally, an examination of the NZCEL guiding document reveals there is no reference to Māori culture values, and this absence underscores a need for systemic changes to better reflect Te Wānanga Aotearoa's commitment to biculturalism and education. So, to address these gaps, I propose 1, revising ESOL resources to include authentic Māori content supported by tangata whenua experts. This is important. Embedding interactive projects like mihi writing and reflections on Māori historical events into curriculum. Initiating, that's what I was going to get at, initiating Manawa Rangaho to explore how Māori cultural elements can be meaningfully integrated into NZCEL programs, fostering deeper collaboration between Dynaspeak and Te Wānanga Māori staff, okay? And the absorption of Te Wānanga Aotearoa into Te Wānanga Dynaspeak, the absorption of Dynaspeak into Te Wānanga Aotearoa offers an extraordinary opportunity to deliver ESOL within a Kaupapa Māori framework. So by addressing current gaps and strengthening collaboration, we can empower non-Māori Toira to navigate these linguistic and cultural journeys while honoring the principles of Te Wānanga Aotearoa and, of course, Tiriti o Waitangi. That's it. Thank you.